All right, I'm already back. I actually was barely gone, to be honest with you. Miami's pick came in pretty quick. The last pick, the 5th pick, was sponsored by coffee. Constipated? This will help. Coffee. All right, so the Dolphins' number 6 pick, just to let you know, if I get it wrong, this is what I'll be shooting. This is not whiskey. This is canola oil. I'm not going to tell you what brand it is because they're not sponsoring this, but yeah, canola oil, which I'm sure is going to be disgusting to shoot straight up. So, we're going to go with the Dolphins. Wide receiver? Yeah, wide receiver. Either Devontae Smith or Jaylen Waddle. Going wide receiver. Dolphins, they initially had the number 3 pick, but they traded up traded back. They were part of the trade with the Niners and the Eagles. The Eagles had this pick. The Dolphins had the 3rd pick, which was initially from the Houston Texans. Man, the Houston Texans, what a tire fire. And the Niners had the 12th pick. They did, they played a little bit of twister in the draft board, getting some future picks, blah, blah, blah. And this is where the Dolphins are at now. Number 6. As I was saying, I thought they might trade the pick. They are not trading the pick. They are sticking around with the number 6 pick. So I will say that the Dolphins, in my estimation, are going to go wide receiver. I mean, they could go line here, but they did draft the young kid from USC, Austin Jackson, in the 1st round last year to be their left tackle. I think that Miami probably will go wide receiver here. There's a couple of good ones. Pick your Alabama poison with 2 of his old teammates. It could be Jaylen Waddle, or it also could be Devontae Smith. Either one of those guys. I know there's been some criticizing. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm sorry. I'm still burping up spiked seltzer. But I will say that the Dolphins go wide receiver with the 6th pick, coming off a 10-6 season. Very good season for the Dolphins. Just missed the playoffs. If there were 8 seeds in the AFC, the Dolphins would have been in. But unfortunately, there is only 7, and there used to be 6. Actually, the Colts at 11-5 would have missed the playoffs last year if you want to go with your history lesson, if there was only 6 playoff teams. So I will say right now, you can see the Dolphins fans are clapping. They're like, yay, we're coming for you, Bills. We were better than the Patriots last year. Yay. Look at us dancing with our mask on and our beads on. I was about to say, if you were in Florida, you probably wouldn't be wearing those masks right now. But anyways, that's for a different argument. Right now they're talking about, it's kind of funny. Well, I guess they're saying they have it in orange. I'm using the green marker, though, because the Dolphins, usually when they're at home, they usually wear green. I feel like orange is kind of a little bit of kind of the groovy. I don't think that word has been used in a long time in probably a podcast or video of any sort. But, I think the green jerseys are a little bit more groovy than the orange ones, and that's what I'm going to say about that. But Miami, Brian Flores has got this team heading in the right direction. We don't know if Tua is the guy, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be giving Tua another chance. I would be shocked if the Dolphins take a quarterback here. I don't think they're going a la Arizona Cardinals a couple of years ago. And I'll say that they take a wide receiver, either Jaylen Waddle or Devontae Smith. And if they go offensive line, like I thought the Bengals were going to do, here we go. Goodell's up to the stage right now. Thank you. You stay down there, canola oil. Jaylen Waddle. Wide receiver. Oh, yeah. Well, Jaylen Waddle. Jaylen Waddle. Wide receiver, Alabama. And I picked wide receiver, so I'm 5 for 6 so far. Check mark that. Guess what? I did not get that wrong. So now we're number 7, Detroit Rock City Lions. Let me go to blue. The pen is blue. The pen is blue! The pen is blue! Wifey's just shaking her head right now. And our sponsor for this draft pick is sponsor for the 6th pick in the draft is smoke detectors. Better change that battery. Smoke detectors. The Lions pick is already in, so I guess we better. I guess I better just get comfortable here. I'm going to say the Lions are going to go Penei, Sewell, who I thought the Bengals were going to take. Offensive line. Wifey's shaking her head. Yes. Yes. The Lions are in a ton of transition right now with the Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff trade. I'm trying to make sure this Hanes there. With the Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford trade in the offseason. Jared Goff is officially the signal caller for the Lions. You could go out on a limb and say they take quarterback here. You know what? If they do, I will gladly shoot some of this canola oil because I don't think anyone's expecting them to take a quarterback. And I don't think there's any defensive players worthy of taking the pick this high. Things could get very interesting with Carolina's pick at number 8. I'll say that. Very interesting. Because Carolina, they could take Justin Fields. They could. They have not picked up the 5th-year option on Sam Darnold yet. So they could go quarterback. Or they could trade back. The rumor of the Patriots, if you actually saw my draft questions on drewsports.com, the top 12 of the week was the top 12 draft questions that I had, that many people had. Are the Panthers and the Patriots going to be trading? Which could be very interesting. Right now they're talking about Jaylen Waddle, 5'9", 180 pounds, just an absolute speed demon. Probably will be the Dolphins' punt returner. Yeah, let's make their special teams even more awesome. Miami was metrically the number 1 special teams in the NFL between kicker Jason Sanders and the punting game, and also the return game last year. The Dolphins actually won a few football games just by special teams alone last season. They were pretty amazing on the special teams front. But the Lions, anyways, go to the Lions. They have Dan Campbell. I know a lot of people say, tough guy, Dan Campbell. Former NFL tight end, kind of a tough guy. But you know what, the Lions kind of been a little bit soft. Maybe he could be a good fit there. I mean, my morale, I don't think the Lions fans have great morale right now, very low. But I will say there isn't much expectation for Jared Goff. And Jared Goff's not a bad quarterback. I actually think Jared Goff kind of got the short end of the stick because he had some bad games in LA, was kind of making the same mistakes. Not too many guys in the NFL have the arm talent of Matthew Stafford, just saying. So the fact that Jared Goff, the fact that McVay wanted Jared Goff out of LA to Detroit, I think could be a good revelation. And even though Lions might not be a very good team this year, I could see Jared Goff actually putting up good numbers, probably for a Detroit team that might only win 4 or 5 games. I mean, I think the ceiling for the Lions this year is probably around 500. Kenny Galladay's gone, but they do have T.J. Hawkinson, a good young tight end. Their defense needs a lot of work, very young, but was rated the worst in the league last year. So really, the matter of Detroit is they kind of are playing with house money here. They're kind of a rebuilding team. To go back to Miami, Jaylen Waddle does bring a speed aspect to Miami's passing game. But the only concern is, like a lot of people say, is that Tua doesn't have the best arm talent in the league. You see the Lions fan go, whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, hopefully it's offensive line, because I don't want to drink any canola oil right now. That is an awesome, what the heck, is that a Megatron hat? Is that a Lego? I can't even tell what that fan is wearing. Or is it an engine? Wife said it's an engine, so I'm going to go with an engine. All right. Yeah, because they are the Motor City. Okay. So, yeah, vroom vroom, Motor City. Yeah, you can see him pointing. Somebody's pointing in the Lions brass booth like, yeah, that's who we're picking. That guy right there. You can't have Jaylen Waddle, Lions, because the Dolphins already picked him. So hopefully that's not who you're selecting. I'm just messing around here. Anyways, we're just waiting for Goodell to come up right now with the pick. Lions pick has been in for a few minutes. The Lions are on the clock. Well, they already made their pick. They already submitted their pick, so they're not technically on the clock. We're just waiting for Goodell to come up with the envelope and tell us what it is. I will say, actually, the Bengals fan is the fan of the night so far because that hat was sweet. To talk about other subjects, I will say, in regards to the draft so far, it's kind of not been much drama. Not too many trades. Really, outside of the Bengals taking a wide receiver, I was pretty dialed in with who everybody's taking. I think most people are. And I even think the Lions pick, I think it's almost certainly going to be some sort of left tackle. The Lions need to improve the line, especially because Jared Goff is not the most mobile quarterback. Goodell is finally walking up to the stage. So the pick is in. Penei Sewell, I am correct again. 6 out of 7. Offensive tackle. Penei Sewell. And I'll even just say represent quack quack. Quack quack. Okay. Don't laugh, wifey. Quack quack. That's where he went to school. Quack quack. The great, first Oregon. Oh wow, that's a good fact on Oregon. So the Oregon Duck, Penei Sewell, is officially going to be protecting Jared Goff's blind side. Next pick is going to be the Panthers at number 8. Potentially a trade. If they don't trade, this could be really freaking interesting. All right. So the 7th pick of the draft has been brought to you by Karens. Yes, there is a problem. Karens. And we'll be right back briefly.